Tom Willis here again with Phoenix Performance Partners, and we're with Dennis McDavid, Superintendent of the Berkley Schools, and just wanted to ask him a little bit about his experience working with us. So, Dennis, what would you say just out of the gate here? What's your experience been like since we started working together last year?
It's been very good. It's been thought-provoking, eye-opening in a lot of ways. I mean, we're very careful about who we chose to work with on this project, and very careful always on who we choose to work with. And we were very deliberate and took a lot of time in assessing you and your team and what we would get from that. And we have been fortunate and that we picked a good partner. A lot of the things that we've talked about, how we create a coaching culture, how we help people reflect more, how we move people forward, how we make people aware of their default strategies, and then work to build other strategies for them. Those are all things we worked on and all things that are paying dividends for us.
Great. And what would you say about the growth of the team? I know we started working with you and the senior cabinet. What have you noticed about the team's growth?
Well, we use the word coaching a lot more, and we talk about working together, and sometimes people would drop by my office, or I'll drop by their office, and dropping by other people's offices and say, hey, I've got a little situation here and I need a little coaching on. I need your thoughts, and all of those things help us refine and think through our approaches to different situations and different people, and make us better as an organization. And we started with our cabinet team, and then we've expanded that to our whole administrative team, because we think this is so valuable, both professionally and personally, that we're doing a great service to our employees to give them access to this and train them in this way of thinking.
And why is, you mentioned the coaching culture. I'm just wondering, it sounds like a fairly simple thing to do, but I could imply from that maybe you guys weren't doing as much of that beforehand. So what's new now, and why is that important?
I think we've always been very good at hitting issues head on. We tackle problems. We don't sort of let things fall by the wayside. But I think what we've become better at is allowing ourselves to have permission to say, I don't know all the right answers, or I don't know the best approach, and being open to accepting input from others, which helps refine my own thinking if I'm the one seeking that input, and also helps refine the thinking of the person who's coaching me. And so it has really worked as a positive force in the district.
Fantastic. And what about for yourself? What have you noticed about yourself in the last year or so?
One of the things I've noticed is I pay attention to my default strategy and the things that have helped me become successful, and think about ways to approach problems and issues a little differently. We've got, as I've mentioned earlier, a great team here, and as someone who's trying to lead that team, I think it's critically important that I'm open to learning, that I demonstrate learning, that I demonstrate that I've made mistakes and can make mistakes, and that we're all in it together and we're working as a team to help one another get better. So that's helped me in my learning.
Excellent. And just one last question. I know you're not a big fan of consultants like us, so just maybe share a little bit about your experience of that.
Yeah, so I'm sort of famous for saying that I don't like consultants, and I told Brad and Tom that when I first met them. I'm very skeptical about consultants, because the typical consultant comes in, identifies problems you already know, that you already are familiar with and know the problems usually intimately. Then they provide a set of solutions that is often off the shelf, things that they're used to, and then they walk away and stick you with a big bill, and nothing has really changed. And Phoenix Performance Partners are different in that we're doing real work with them and with the team as we learn. As we put in a coaching culture with the help of Phoenix Performance Partners, we're refining our skill set and our ability to look at problems and look at solutions, multi-levels, multifaceted approaches. So as I mentioned, I don't like consultants. Brad and Tom are not really consultants. Their team is like a partner to us in the district, and we feel really good about that partnership.
Well, as a consultant, I can actually ask two last questions, because I forgot to ask you one. So What would you say to other superintendents who are just curious about the work that we do?
I would say, I think this could help any organization, and I would encourage you to sit down and talk with Brad and Tom, talk about their approach. Feel free to give me a call. I'm happy to talk with anyone about it, because I think it will help your organization, it will help the people within the organization, and it will help them both personally and professionally.
Awesome. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate the time, and
Thank you.
we'll talk to you soon.
All right, look forward to that.
Thank you.